13 love to y'all. Life is good 13. You are creation 13. Today I want to talk to you about uh, 12 12 12 and December 21st. It seems that, at least for me personally, um, more and more things are beginning to make sense, beginning to become clear on this whole process. Because, you know, between the 21st and the 23rd is pretty much is going to be the end of quarantine, and or the veil is going to be lifted after that. And after that, we're going to go through a 2 week process where humanity is going to have to basically go within themselves and discover what their will and intent is, what their heart is. And this is where the fourth dimension comes in. It's a lot more deeper than that, but the basics of it is after the 21st through 23rd, whatever. We got 3 days. It's called like 3 days of darkness. Okay. Does that mean it's going to be like a physical 3 days of darkness? It's a possibility. It is a possibility, but it's basically, the quarantine and the veil is going to be lifted after that, and it's going to be all about you. It really is. It's going to be all about you. There is not going to be any control or a state of um, someone else controlling you anymore, um, entirely, because it's going to be totally based on your will and intent, and because you have to remember, and this is where a lot of people are falling into this thing, you know, um, to doomsday and stuff like this, is they're trying to control you, but when that veil's lifted, they can't control you anymore. So you need to become aware of that. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and just talk about a couple things. And one of the main things is why are so many people having visions of destruction? Okay, like everybody has been having visions of destruction, including myself. And you've been trying to figure out why that is. From earthquakes, to just disastrous things, zombies, things of that nature. Why are these coming into effect? It's because there are beings here that are trying to still control the best they can before the quarantine's gone. So they're still trying to manipulate your stream of consciousness, to create these scenarios of darkness. And it's not that this stuff is going to happen, it's to prepare people who are not spiritually active, who are not um, clearing themselves, allowing themselves to clear. Because you have to remember, everything is within. Everything within reflects without. Nothing in this physical reality controls you. It's everything that's within. And these darker entities know this, so they try to manipulate your mind and manipulate your consciousness stream, to create that. Because after this veil is lifted, you're going to start creating your reality, and you're going to be totally in charge of it. So, you need to become aware of this. So there is not going to be any, doomsday, doom and gloom stuff, unless if that's what your heart is, what your will and intent is. So become aware of that. And I've been really, you know, trying to figure out, on how, this December 21st thing is going to take place. And it's all within. It's all within. Everything is within. These gateways that are going to be opening are within yourself, because your heart is that gateway, and it's going to open up. And that's why you want to be perfectly balanced. You want to be balanced with your twin flames, with your light and dark aspect of yourself, your yin and yang, your left and right brain. You want to be perfectly balanced, so your will and intent can be understood. Okay. Um, and this comes to the point of because this happens between 21st through the 23rd. Your heart will be scanned. Now, I got a vision on Thursday, or contacted by a woman, uh, golden skinned woman. Okay. Now I couldn't hear because my ears aren't all the way there. So she just telepathically sent me images. So she showed me her, at least a vision of her, because you have to remember everything is frequencies and codes. So, it's, if she could look totally different, but she just gave me an idea. So she was a golden skinned woman, and then she found, oh, thank you. And then there was like images of bees, honeycombs, and then there was like pyramids. There was like a Death Star looking ship, lots of darker looking ships, and this was all happening like in our solar system. It wasn't really close to Earth. Pyramids, and then towards the end, let's see, yeah, a lot of it was gold tinted, um, some rainbow colors as well. But towards the end, I saw a dark shadow being. Like, this dude was huge, and he had big, huge red eyes, and first thing that came to my mind, or what was sent to me telepathically, was a dark overseer. And I was like, a dark overseer? What the? And this was late at night, and I was like, all right, I just went ahead and turned it off, right? And I figured I'd just explore it later, but I don't need to now. But it was a dark overseer, and I was like, what is this? Because a lot of people talk about dark entities and so on and so forth. But basically, what this, at least what I am getting at from what I discovered, is that this dark overseer is going to scan humanity's hearts. Okay, this dark overseer is going to scan humanity's hearts, and whoever is fearful, that is following the system, like zombie-like following the system, um, you know, anything that is fear-based or whatever, this dark overseer is going to take control over your soul. Okay, it's going to take control over your soul. Now, this isn't to scare you. It's just to become aware that all this stuff is within, is within. So you're going to reflect what's within without. And this is where the three worlds, the previous video I made, this is where the three worlds, the three earths come in. You got a negative vibrational low frequency earth, you got a positive perception of 5D earth, and then you got the perfectly balanced true 5D earth. And this is where this comes into play. This dark overseer is here to take all the low vibrational beings to that low vibrational earth. Okay? And you become aware of this. That's what 12-12-12 is. 12-12-12 is unlocking the key and giving you the key on which earth of existence you're going to shift into. That's why 12-12-12 is very important. So with that being said, if you're clearing yourself, you're spiritually in tune with yourself, clearing your chakras, one with your spiritual being and one with your higher and highest selves, and always in a positive environment, and continuing to clear and learn how to balance both elements, you're going to be finding that dark overseer is not going to hurt you at all. Now, hold on a second. All right. So, understanding this dark overseer thing, this is where the fourth dimension comes in. Okay, when we come into 21st or 23rd, humanity gateway is going to be open. Like I said earlier, our heart space is going to be open. And this is why you want to right now really know what your will and intent is. Really become one with your heart. Because it's very important, because it's going to open and you are going to be basically judged by this. And you need to become aware of this, because it's very important. And there's still lots of things that we may have to clear. Just like yesterday, I decided to go to the astral and just kind of figure out what I need to work on. All right, and my negative side is totally gone. Nothing there. But I did realize, as I was seeing what's world, because I envisioned, the three shifting worlds, right? So I had the perfect balanced one in the middle, and then, the shifting negative and the positive, shifting this way. And there was nothing in the negative area, but there was a lot of positive stuff. And, I was like, okay, that's good and stuff. But then I was starting to lean more towards all the positive elements of things. And I was like, okay, I need to pay attention to this, because this means that my mind or my focus is too much on this elements of control, because positive elements can still be a controlled element. This love element can still be a controlled element, and you have to discover that for yourself. And Linka Cosmic Tiger was talking about this, and how on our Kashi records, if we allow something into our path, like say, oh yeah, I like that positive image, we sign a contract with that saying, okay, he said he likes this, and things like that. So, like, if you're in a very negative state and you accepted all that stuff, it's going to be in Kashi records too. Even though you didn't want that stuff in your life, you still accepted it, so it's still there. So it's really kind of complicated. I'll post a link to that video, because it's a really good video to check out. So anyways, I had to observe that, because all these videos are made to help you on your path. So I had to observe this. So I was like, okay, I need to steer away from the positive elements and become a balanced being. So I was able to actually do that. And what I got into was just me and the source of God, with a gateway opening up there, with nothing else. It was just utter silence. It was just me and it, kind of a universal astral plane with a big gateway, and the source that's God overseeing it. It was a very amazing experience, and that just kind of gives you an idea on how you want to explore your heart space, because it helps you know where you're at balance wise. And I'm going to make a video about how you can discover this stuff, because that's what your imagination is. Your imagination is to help you decode. I saw some crows fly by. So anyways, it helps you decode and understand, how to decode things, so things make sense. Because if you didn't have your imagination, you're just going to just see anything from molecules to particles, and it just wouldn't make any sense. So I'll make a video after this one to kind of help you out on that. But yeah, so no worries on December 21st, okay? No worries. Just just it's time to explore your heart, truly. I have a key that I downloaded yesterday that is a heart space code, and I'm gonna do that inside. I do outside, but it's freezing, so but I'll make that video hopefully tonight, maybe. If not, I'll see. But it was a pretty powerful download. But anyways, yeah, just stay positive, but remember, that positive can still control you. So you want to get on that perfectly balanced alignment. Um, and yeah, so no worries, um, and no fear. Absolutely no fear whatsoever. Just remember, everything that you experience comes from within. So that being said, I pretty much think I said everything I wanted to say. Um, yeah, the last thing, after 23rd, okay, because I was trying to talk about this earlier, but kept getting interrupted. But the last 2 weeks of our perceived December is going to be fully clearing the rest of our being out, okay? And you don't want to be scared about this stuff, because since the veil's lifted, you have to get rid of the rest of the junk. So this is where the fourth dimension comes into play, and where you may end up seeing physically entities, entities around people, just entities, beings, perceived devils or demons or whatever you want to say. But they're there just because there's still fear in there. Now it's not gonna be like supernatural, like familiar supernatural or things of that nature, unless you're in the low vibration negative Earth, and they're not gonna have any fun on that one. But anyways, nothing to be scared of. Just understand yourself. During that 2 weeks of darkness, just stay in your heart shape, in your heart space, and just clear the rest of your stuff out, because we're heading into the 13th, the 13th, the 13th month, and that's what I also want to make you aware of is envision yourself going into the 13th month, okay? Because this 13th month has totally been um, erased from us. So envision yourself being in a 13th month. And then after that, there's no such thing as years, time, dates, nothing. After that, after you experience the 13th month, that's it. A lot of awesome stuff's going to be taking place after that. So, I think that's it. If you got any questions, let me know. Stay in perfect balanced harmony. Just, stay in your heart space. Write down what your will and intent is, and, stay in your heart space. Understand things, and, explore your gateway. It's perfect time right now to just explore your gateway and see what you need to work on. Very important. So, like I said, got questions, let me know. I love you all very much. Very exciting times. The energy is just amazing right now. It really is, and I'm really looking forward to the next 2 days. It should be quite amazing. So, anyways, namaste, Lakech, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.